What's good, Day Reviews? Back again with another video for y'all. And this time we got man asks his wife why he can't get home to a cooked meal after working 13-hour shift, and she, uh, my bad. And this is her response. Let's get into it.
So you mean to tell me I just pulled a 13-hour shift and I ain't got no food to come home to? Huh?
Why you didn't get something on your way home? Why you always recording for your raggedy cousins?
Look, I just pulled a 13-hour shift. You being my wife, I pay all the bills in here.
All the dishes clean, your clothes clean. Why? What?
You don't fix me no lunch for my job. You eating? You work from home.
Okay,
I can't come home to a full course
this is
meal.
leftovers that I had from last night.
But I'm saying I can't come home to a
Why
full course meal. What we married for? What we married for?
I'm not your mama. I'm your wife. The dishes clean, your clothes clean. You always got them clean clothes when you go to work, don't you? Can you stop recording me?
I can't come home to a full course meal. Working all these long goddamn hours, I can't come home to a full course meal. Huh? I just knew I was gonna come home and have some food on the goddamn stove. And now you playing, man. You playing. You playing.
On your way home.
Well, you playing. What the hell we get married for? You been doing it for like 2 or 3 months, man. What is it? I can't get no food when I come to the house. You don't even tell me to have a good day when I leave out the house.
Did you have a good day today?
That, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. You over here eating pizza shit. You ain't called me all goddamn day since I've been at work. Damn, can't come home to I make sure the kids good. They got school clothes, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You good, right? I pay the goddamn car notes, right? But why the man in the house can't eat? Why I can't come home? I bet they ate today.
They did eat today. They eat every day. They sure do. They eat every day. They're supposed to eat every
Because
day.
of who? Why your bank account got money in it? Why your bank account got money in it?
What you mean? Why my bank account got money in it? Why would
Because you able to keep your money from your job. You don't pay no goddamn bill. I pay the car notes, the house notes. Every sport they in, I pay for it. Family trips, I'm paying for it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Man, you know what?
Provide and protect. Provide and protect. That's what you're supposed to do.
Why I can't get no food in the house then? Huh?
Yeah.
I gotta cook my own goddamn food? You finna make me cook my own goddamn food?
You could have got something on your way home.
You
Yeah,
right.
I'm at home all the time.
You right.
Yeah, I work from home, but I wash the dishes, I clean the clothes, your children clothes, they taken care of. I don't understand why you complaining.
You know what? Keep that motherfucking attitude.
Yeah, or your ass gonna get divorced, bitch. See, I don't fuck around like that, cause on a personal note, I was raised by my great grandmother, my grandmother, and my mom. My dad, he went to jail early and got hooked on drugs. Long story short, my mom, she didn't always have money. She didn't always have a job. So we were on financial aid, social, Section 8, link card, all type of shit. So, I grew up very limited. However, I grew up in the suburbs. So, I saw a bunch of the homies, they had big ass houses and so on and so forth. I say all that because I didn't really like have a lot. I was in a upper class, wealthy environment, neighborhoods and stuff like that. However, when I was growing up, there wasn't the examples that I had wasn't always the best ones. So like my mom, she did the best that she could, but she could have did better. I remember my mom and dad actually arguing about this. He got home from jail and he came out to the burbs, and I think he was arguing about like why come she didn't make him a plate or something. And then like they had like this whole argument and all this stuff like that, and it was just fucking ridiculous. There was like times where like me and my mom would just like not really wash the dishes or clean up the house, but we would keep the house clean, stuff like that. There was times when we would have to like walk to the store and grab like food late at night, 12 at night when the link card came out because we didn't have like any food to like eat. So like there was a lot of that stuff going on. But I say all of this, right? When I got over to my grandparents' house, my great grandmother, and my grandmother, they were more established and had a car and stuff like that. There was just things that I was witness to that made me more grounded. Like, always keeping things clean, keep your stuff tidy, being organized. Just making sure, you wash up every day. And just cleanliness, was a really big factor up over there. And neatness. And I guess my mom was tired of that growing up, or got a bubble from that growing up. And just, I guess like not taking care of stuff, that when she had her own, she was more lenient and relaxed. And so I was raised with her with that attribute. But when I left my mom and I went back over to my grandparents' house, I was bear witness to that again, and then had to fall into the routine of all that of which I just said. So what made that so interesting is just that it taught me, to be independent. So I saw my mom was like this very naturally talented woman, a jack of all trades, but I would say a master of none, but talented. I mean, at pure talent in everything she did, along with my grandmother. Now, my great grandmother, which I call my granny taught me everything, how to cook, clean. I mean, like, there's a whole lot. I learned probably more from Granny than I learned from, my mom and everybody else. But the things that I learned most really that stuck with me even to this day, I probably learned from Granny. And Granny, she raised me right. You know what I mean? She taught me a lot. So now that I'm a father and I have my daughter, like I like cleaning up this house, cleaning up my apartment, keeping the kitchen clean, dishes clean, sweeping up the floor, washing the dishes, sweeping up the floor, mopping the floor, like dusting, wiping down stuff, just even like getting the dust off of the fans, and the air conditioner, because the air conditioner sucks like the dirty dust inside, little things like that, keeping the bathroom clean, toilet bowl clean, feeding my daughter, putting her to sleep, cooking food for my girl, and like all that. Like I can do it, I can hold up to it. But on the other hand, some people may have a harder time being able to do that stuff, and it's really just because like my great grandma and my grandma and my mom. And I know y'all like, well, your mom, but she taught me things that was added on to that. Like she grew up like that, but when she had me, she laid off of that. You know what I'm saying? So I was just raised to just like keep clean. You know what I mean? Like I was raised to keep shit organized and fair and looking good and stuff like that. And like I don't really know how she can sit up there and just like neglect her husband like that after he does all that stuff. And he said all that stuff very calmly and relaxed. He didn't raise his voice. He was just frustrated. He had a frustrated tone, and he still can't get any meals. The kids is getting meals and all that stuff like that. They're eating every day. She's eating every day, but she's not paying any of the bills. She's got all that money in her account. But and like he said, why do you have all that money in your account? That's because she's not spending. He's paying all the bills. He's buying all the groceries going on. He's doing he's paying all the family trips. All the sports that the kids are in. He's paying all that stuff. Book fees, school fees, whatever. He's got it. He's paying for that stuff. So I just feel like that's a huge fucking letdown as a wife, to have a wife and like you can't even simply just get some food cooked. She's like, I'm not your mother. That's what your mother does for you. My mother, yeah, she cooked me food, but when I got older, she didn't cook me food. That doesn't mean that my mother should still be cooking me food when I go over to her house right now. My great grandmother or my grandmother. That's not what that means. In fact, I'm the type that would cook for them. I would love to cook for them. Now, yeah, they cooked for me, they fed me, they did all that stuff, right? But like, so what? You know what I mean? Like, you don't, if you're with me, you don't have to ask me to make you stuff. Like especially if like we're in a pattern and in a routine where we're acknowledging what each other does for each other. It should just flow, right? So if I'm doing this for you, you're doing this for me. It should just be a natural sequence of events. Why does it have to be so much tension? Or I'm not your mother. Your mother should make that for you. Or you know I'm gonna stay. I work from home. Okay, yeah, you work from home, but guess what? Like you're at home all the time. You have enough time to do to make meals. If you're eating right now, you could be making me food as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure like he's probably brought this up before while she hasn't done anything about it. But I tell you what, any woman with an attitude like that, I mean, there's gonna be some serious repercussions, and I don't mean violence. I mean just there's gonna be things that's just gonna be restricted from her. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna start taking things away. If she owns it on her own, that's fine. But like, just my love, my attention, my time. He was talking about them trips. That's up out of that. You ain't coming in. You know what I mean? You better buy your own goddamn ticket. This, that, whatever the fuck he's paying for. I'm just gonna start restricting it because like if that's how you feel. If you're not gonna help, and you're not gonna give or anything like that, then yeah, f- you. That's just how I feel about it. And I was raised to handle all that. Like women, like women be holding shit down, especially like you learn a lot from like the old heads. You know what I mean, like your OGs. So I was raised with my great grandmother. So my daughter still has her. My great grandmother is now my daughter's great grandmother. She had how many great grandmothers do you know that's alive right now? That's amazing, right? But here's the kicker: my daughter gets the chance to learn from her great grandmother. That's amazing. That's amazing. So to conclude, this woman is on some fucking bullshit. That this video was around like 3 minutes and 40 some seconds, some odd seconds, I don't know, but definitely over 3 minutes. And from what I learned, she really just she's disregarding how he feels, and she feels like he doesn't do more than she does, and therefore you should be able to make your own food. She says you should be able to come in with food from a restaurant and eat. I don't have to make you anything. Meanwhile, she's at home eating whatever that's already here. So I mean, like, this is crazy. I mean, that's crazy if he's also buying the food in the house too, and she's eating that food too, but she can't make him any food. Other than that, man, this is very disappointing. Men, watch out for y'all women like this. You know what I mean? You gotta put these motherfuckers in check. Stop playing with these motherfuckers. Women, if y'all got men that's like this, and they don't want to make you nothing. You out and blah 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 blah. Put them niggas in motherfuckers check. I don't like this shit like this, man. I wasn't raised like this. I was wrong. I was raised by a very very strong black women. They had their problems. They were not perfect, but I tell you what, they raised me right. They raised me right. And that shout out to I think it's Noah James. Yeah, and that shout out to my nigga Noah James. This dude right here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but let's see if I can put that in the camera. Yeah, shout out to my nigga Noah James. And the song I would like for y'all to listen to is this one right here called Birds of Paradise. It says Thank You Granny. That one right there. Other than that, yeah, reviews, we out.